Tonight, on WTOP-10 Nightly News, yesterday's Easter celebration at SUNY Oswego's campus ministry. See and hear how it went down.
And a local favorite ice cream shop is opening soon. Find out when.
But first, it's Engineering Week at SUNY Oswego. What events will be happening throughout the week?
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Haley Kaiser.
And I'm Austin Claus.
SUNY Oswego is putting on engineering events today through Thursday on campus for Engineering Week. The week kicked off today with a panel discussion with engineering alumni who work in the industry. Tomorrow, there will be a national grid tour where SUNY Oswego students will be able to tour the control rooms, explore the Smart Home and Meter Lab, and meet engineers and operators.
Engineering Week will continue on Wednesday with an engineering industry showcase that will feature representatives from local engineering companies and graduate schools. Finally, the week will wrap up on Thursday with a Women in Engineering panel discussion who work in the industry. Reminder, all students must register to attend these events.
The inaugural Hewitt Film Festival is being presented Friday by the Women in Entertainment and Oswego Film Clubs. A series of student-made films will be showcased to display the large amount of talent within our Laker community. The event is on Friday the 10th in the Hewitt Ballroom from 5 to 8, and doors open at 4:30.
After months of speculation, the Ozfest headliner has officially been announced. A Boogie with a Hoodie is this year's artist slated to headline at SUNY Oswego's end-of-the-year celebration, Ozfest. The artist is known for popular songs such as Still Thinking About You and Drowning, which has over 1 billion plays on Spotify. Ozfest and Boogie with a Hoodie will take place on Friday, May 8th.
The Theater and Music Department will be opening curtains for their spring musical, All Shook Up, in the coming weeks. All Shook Up is a 2005 jukebox musical featuring many hits by Elvis Presley. It is being directed by Stephen Mazzacone, who is excited to bring the hard work and talent of the cast and crew onto the stage. Performances start April 16th in the Waterman Theater, with tickets being available at the box office and online.
It's that time of the year again where we can enjoy ice cream and a beautiful Lake Ontario sunset at the same time. The local Oswego ice cream joint, popular with students of SUNY Oswego, is reopening after the long winter season. Bev's is located west of campus on the shore of Lake Ontario and it's been announced they are aiming to open on April 13th.
Fort Ontario is celebrating 250 years of America with their History on Tap event. The event was started by George DeMass, the town of Oswego's historian, who has been working with both the Oswego County Historical Society and the city historian. There will be a featured guest, Matthew McVitie, to present and talk about local history. The event is free at GS Steamers Bar and Grill tomorrow, April 7th at 7 p.m.
The Port of Oswego has announced a new head of authority. Tom Drum has been selected to be the overseer and would be the youngest person to ever be in charge of a major United States port. The Port Authority Board recognized Tom Drum's masterclass ability to align resources and economic goals along with his high-level governmental expertise and commitment to ensure Oswego remains a powerhouse on the Great Lakes.
Yesterday was Easter Sunday and the Hall Newman Center held their annual Easter Mass.
Our reporter Cameron Carvalho has more on what happened yesterday during yesterday's celebration.
Yesterday was Easter Sunday, and SUNY Oswego's campus Catholic ministry, the Hall Newman Center, hosted a noon Easter Mass with approximately 75 people in attendance. Hall Newman Center Director Mike Wynn says Easter's spirit can teach us valuable lessons about second chances in life.
What Easter celebrates is new life, new beginnings, the idea that of redemption, right?
One of the defining characteristics of the Newman Center is their music ministry. Lead vocalist George Kirk spoke about what drew him to be a member of that group.
I always had music in my life, and when I first came to Mass here at the Newman Center, they asked, hey, if you have any gifts that you'd like to share, join the lecture team, the music ministry team. So I started playing my clarinet and singing during Mass.
After Mass ended, all attendees were invited to a brunch in which volunteers brought a wide variety of delicious dishes for everyone to enjoy. Wynn says the brunch is meant to help students who were unable to travel home for the holiday still feel like part of a family.
So we just always found that, if we can't celebrate Easter as a community of faith, what are we doing? So
with Easter Sunday complete, the chapel will continue to host masses and events for students. Wynn says that being involved with the Newman Center is more than just attending masses.
lots of opportunities for just service. I really believe that, how we serve one another is how we live out our faith. Lots of experiences and opportunities for community, like just connecting with people, being a part of something bigger than ourselves.
For WTOP-10, I'm Cameron Carvalho.
Cameron, it was a sunny and breezy day here in Oswego, Austin, wasn't it?
That it definitely was. I hope it continues to be sunny while the semester winds down. With more on the weather is Storm Team 10 meteorologist Ryan Murphy. Ryan?
Yeah, thank you guys. Now, if you're hoping it's going to be sunny, tomorrow is not your day. Now, a little bit of a jump scare warning here. You see by the title right there, we got some snowfall that we're going to get tonight into early tomorrow morning. Now, you can see here we are right down here in Oswego. Now, we're not going to get any more than an inch, but of course, why is it snowing? It's April, it's spring, it's been warming up. We have these random up and down days now. It is also going to get pretty windy outside tomorrow. Now, the wind's more of your concern. Like I said, the snowfall is really like a morning problem. So if you're getting out early, just heads up, might be a little slick out there. Temperatures are going to drop well below freezing, so ice might be a little bit of a concern, so keep that in mind. Now, I'll have more about this in just a little bit with my full weather, but first, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ryan. April is National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The New York State Police is running their Put the Phone Away or Pay campaign, starting today until April 13th. Over 3,200 people were killed in 2024 in distraction-affected crashes. Distracted driving is a leading cause to preventable crashes on New York State roadways. New York State Police urge drivers to remain focused and vigilant behind the wheel for their and everyone else's safety on the roads.
A New York State corrections officer has been hospitalized after exposure to an unknown substance. An envelope delivered to the Mohawk Corrections Facility contained, quote, suspicious material. Several officers who handled the envelope showed symptoms of exposure to hazardous substances and were rushed to the hospital. One of the officers rushed to the hospital remained in critical condition, and the investigation of the origins of the envelope remain under investigation.
A man in Utica was struck and killed by a train Sunday night. The individual was in his 50s and is under investigation as a possible act of self-harm. Lieutenant Michael Curley, a spokesperson for the Utica Police Department, stated the incident occurred in downtown Utica and the man was immediately declared dead at the scene.
Troopers stopped a pickup truck and trailer on Interstate 81 last Tuesday and discovered 800,000 untaxed cigarettes. State troopers estimated the street price of the cigarettes were $3,500,000, and the tax evasion to be over $500,000. The driver was charged with 2 violations of New York State tax law, with both result in felonies.
State tax warrants say that over $1 million are owed in unpaid sales taxes from just 2 shops. Both are Route 57 smoke shop convenience stores in Onondaga County. One of them is J&J Convenience Market, which has recently changed ownership and gone under a name change to become 5J Smoke Shop. Out of the tax warrants filed in the county, the 2 Route 57 businesses owe the most overall.
The Oswego Land Bank has recently given a report on the progress they have made with their grants. The update reports on the $7 million increase of property spending since their initiative started in 2017. The Land Bank has assisted in renovations in over 100 homes and $10 million value returns to Oswego County.
Still ahead tonight, more updates in the Iran war after a dramatic rescue mission this weekend.
And Governor Hochul announces a plan for road repair. The details right after the break here on WTOP-10. Watch out. He's got to swat you like a bug.
And welcome back to WTOP-10. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Ryan Murphy with your local weather forecast. Now we're going to start off with our song of the day, Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, because if you take a look at the weather that we're getting over the next few days, you're really going to break stuff. And we're getting snow tonight. It's April. It's pretty unusual. But as for right now, it's not too bad out. It's a little cloudy outside right now. And there's a couple rain showers to go out towards Rochester, but relative in our area, it's nice-ish for the most part. It was like that this morning, but if you got up early this morning, you may have noticed it was snowing a little bit. Now, we're going to get a whole lot more of that tonight. I'll get to that in a second here. But it's a nice, cooler 34 degrees out. Like I said, it's a little cloudy outside. And it is also a little breezy. It's going to kind of be like that over the next few days, tomorrow being the worst of it. But there it is, late or early tomorrow morning, I should say. Those snow showers will start rolling in around 3 a.m. or so. It'll kind of get a little worse early in the morning, around 9 o'clock-ish. Now, this is only supposed to be about an inch. It's not a whole lot, but the big concern is overnight. It's supposed to be a little bit of a wintry mix there, which that could get you a lot of ice, and that'll be a problem. You're walking out in the morning, so just keep that in mind. Now, these snow showers are going to move out later in the afternoon, and then Tuesday night it'll be kind of clear out. Same thing going into Wednesday morning. Look at that, just really nice out. The only thing you got to worry about is it'll be a little cold outside, but it'll warm up by Wednesday night. Now, as I mentioned, it is going to get pretty windy. You can see there tomorrow with winds up to 17 miles per hour right there by the late afternoon. Now, at least it's not too much snow, so you don't have to worry about blowing snow and stuff, but one thing you are going to have to worry about is something like your garbage cans or something flying around. Now, as for your sidewalks in the morning, like I said, we are going to get that wintry mix tonight, so keep that in mind tomorrow morning. You might have a little ice. You have a chance of snow. It also might melt because, again, it's not too much and the ground is a little warm, but keep that in mind. If you run outside and slip, I warned you, so that's on you. And like I said here with the wind, if you got anything out like your garbage cans, make sure you strap it down or do something like that, because you don't want your garbage flying everywhere. Your neighbors wouldn't appreciate it, and you got to clean that up. It's disgusting. It's garbage. You threw it out for a reason, right? So as for tonight, temperatures are going to drop down to a cooler 28 degrees. We are going to get that wintry mix, and you see down here, those winds are going to pick on up. So if you're going out for whatever reason, be careful on the roads, drive slow. You got your car, got four-wheel drive, throw it in four-wheel. And tomorrow, we get those more morning time snow showers. Your winds will still be pretty strong. It's pretty much the same old with that. Now, if you look here at the extended forecast for the rest of the week, it is going to warm up there by Thursday. We got temperatures in the 60s. That's the same thing for Friday. Saturday looks real nice. I might go golfing that day. We'll see. It's pretty nice out. So that's all I got for my full forecast there. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ryan. Governor Kathy Hochul is reportedly considering a reduction for the retirement age for some state public workers. Hochul is allegedly in talks with union leaders regarding a deal that could reduce the public worker retirement age to 55 for those hired after 2012. The provision could be put into this year's state budget, which was due to be submitted by April 1st, but has not been yet.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul says the state is launching a major push to repair roads after a harsh winter. More than 200 crews will work through April to fill an estimate of 175,000 potholes, with hundreds more repairs planning in the coming months. The state is also investing more than $600 million in over 180 paving projects statewide this season. Drivers can report potholes on state highways by calling 1-800-POTHOLE.
New York City is restricting events in public parks during this summer's FIFA World Cup. Mayor Zoran Mamdani has signed an emergency order blocking new permits for certain events, including concerts and festivals from June 11th through July 19th. Officials say the rule will help manage police resources as millions of visitors are expected in the region. Last Wednesday, NASA sent Artemis 2 to journey around the moon. Currently, they are going around the far side of the moon, getting a glimpse of the lunar surface that no human has ever seen before.
CNN reporter Michael Yoshida has more.
Hello, Artemis 2. This is Apollo astronaut Jim Lovell. Welcome to my old neighborhood.
On day 6 of their mission, the crew of Artemis 2 waking up to a recording from recently deceased Apollo 13 astronaut Jim Lovell.
I'm proud to pass that torch on to you as you swing around the moon and lay the groundwork for missions to Mars.
Their lunar flyby breaking his record, traveling farther from Earth than any human, and setting eyes on parts of the moon no human has before.
We most importantly choose this moment to challenge this generation and the next to make sure this record is not long-lived.
At their closest, an estimated distance of 4,070 miles from the moon, the crew will be surveying the moon's far side, which always faces away from Earth. The astronauts received extensive training from experts in how to scientifically observe the moon and its unique features.
They'll be taking pictures, making observations, pretty much the whole day event.
Views that can reveal more about its history. Also noting details on soil composition, terrain, and other insights that will be vital to future missions.
At some point, we got to go back to the surface, and we're doing a bit of a recon right now, in addition to testing the spacecraft.
In all, the astronauts have roughly 7 hours to look, take notes, and photos during the flyby.
We're going to learn an awful lot about the spacecraft, which is pretty paramount to set up for subsequent missions like Artemis 3 in 2027, and of course, the lunar landing itself on Artemis 4 in 2028.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
The 4 astronauts are halfway through their 10-day journey, with them safely landing off the coast of San Diego on Friday night.
An American airman is safe after a rescue from Iran. President Donald Trump says U.S. Special Operative Forces carried out a high-risk mission overnight Saturday to recover an Air Force officer whose jet was shot down. Navy SEAL Team 6 led by the extraction, backed by hundreds of forces and multiple aircraft. Officials say that there was no U.S. casualties.
Considering the dramatic rescue of that airman, President Trump is making new threats towards Iran. He is threatening a 4-hour-long attack on Iran tomorrow night if there is no deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz by that time. He said that the attack would destroy Iranian bridges and power plants. Iran's military is calling Trump's threats empty, and the two sides continue to show little progress towards reaching any war-stopping agreement.
Savannah Guntry made her first return to the Today Show today after her mother's disappearance. She had been absent from the show for the past 2 months due to the ongoing disappearance of her mother. She said she was grateful for all the support and prayers she's received from fans, but is still in great pain and sadness, as the investigation onto her mother's disappearance has still yielded little results.
Later tonight on WTOP-10, an enormous feat by a sculptor in Las Vegas. What he sculpted.
But first, a 15-year wait is over for one special team in the NHL. I'll have my full sports report right after this.
Do you like reading? Do you like reading books? Do you like looking at books? Do you like having a collection of books in your living room?
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, spoiler alert! Okay, Lord, why did I write this in yellow? I told you! Welcome back between the pages!
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back, everybody. Season 2 of Oswego Lazo.
Proudfinger. Oswego men's lacrosse has hit the midseason, and sports reporter Logan Weingartner had the privilege of speaking with team personnel and has more on the Lakers' record-setting start through 9 games.
Day-to-day consistency. That is how Oswego men's lacrosse head coach Andrew Daly would describe this year's record-setting team.
Mostly I've just been happy with their ability to concentrate on what we need to do that day and not look too far ahead or worry about too much in the past.
The Lakers are off to their best start this decade with 7 wins and just 2 losses at the season's midpoint. Senior Hayden Coney leads the scoring charge with a team best 21 goals and references unity as to what has pushed the team out to a strong start.
Kind of just like our guys all work together, kind of keep them on the same page. So we're all just, if we need to calm down on the field, we stay calm.
On the opposing end, Seamus Hand holds things down as the team's starting goalie and currently leads the SUNYAC in save percentage. His selfless attitude has been significant to the team's success.
I've been lucky enough to get my awards here, but it's genuine it's through my guys.
Hand and company prepare for the biggest test of the season this Wednesday when the Lakers visit the Cortland Red Dragons for a premier SUNYAC outing. Logan Weingartner, WTOP-10.
Fun fact, the Lakers have not beat Cortland once through 43 head-to-head matchups. But with the Lakers riding a hot streak and the Red Dragons only 1 game above 500, Wednesday could write a new story. Taking you out to the ball game, the Oswego Lakers baseball team swept all 3 of their contests against the Plattsburgh State Cardinals this past weekend. They won them by the slimmest of margins, leading the weekend by a combined 5 runs over 3 games. The standout performance of the weekend was the 5 runs batted in by shortstop Daniel Winchester in their 12-11 victory Saturday afternoon. Next up, they'll be traveling to New Paltz for another 3-game series this coming weekend. Now heading back to the turf, Lakers midfielder Aubrey Green was just named Women's Lacrosse Offensive Athlete of the Week by the SUNYAC for this week. Last week versus Canton, she scored 3 goals and contributed 2 assists, while last Friday she scored 4 more goals to put her total at 9 points in just 2 games. She and the women's lacrosse team will be back at the Laker turf this Wednesday as they take on the Buffalo State Bengals. Now from Division 3 to 1, the NCAA has crowned its women's basketball national champion and is about to crown its men's champion. Yesterday, the UCLA Bruins won their first ever women's basketball national championship, capping off a 37-1 season with their victory over the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we speak, the men's side of the bracket is coming to its end as the back-to-back defending champion UConn Huskies are looking for a three-peat, playing the Wolverines of Michigan for the men's basketball national championship, and they are currently tied at 18 apiece with about 7 minutes left to go in the first half. And last but certainly not least, Sabres fans rejoice. 15 years of waiting is officially over as we head we'll head to their game in Washington just soon here. But with the Detroit Red Wings loss to the Rangers on Saturday, the Buffalo Sabres have clinched a spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time since 2011. What's more, tonight they have the chance to take back first place in the Atlantic Division with a win over the Tampa Bay Lightning on home ice. It is a beautiful day in the Saberhood. Speaking of the Sabres, they were in the nation's capital Saturday night, taking on the Washington Capitals. This coming just after their playoff clinch, just a couple minutes into the first. Sabres looking to get out of their zone. Bad turnover, puts it right in front of Alex Lyon, and Ovi gets a shot, and it's Jacob Chikrin who puts it in the back of the net off the rebound. Gives the Caps an early lead in this contest, but this was just the beginning. Quite literally, 20 seconds later, Ovi generates a 2-on-1 right in the low slot, and it's Dylan Strome putting goal number 2 on the board after a lousy start for Buffalo in this contest. A great heads-up play for Alexei Protas, able to get the assist off the play. 2 minutes later, round the horn it goes. Buffalo tries to break it up, but it squirts out to Jacob Chikrin. He puts a shot on, save made, rebound goes to Connor McMichael, and this 3-goal performance was too much for Buffalo to handle. 3 goals in just 3 minutes. Buffalo would only ever manage 2 themselves, 1 from Rasmus Dahlin and 1 from Beck Mallenstein, but it wouldn't be enough. 6-2 would be the final score, but the Sabres get the last laugh as they are still in the running for first place in that Atlantic Division. And the current score between them and the Tampa Bay Lightning is currently 3 for the Sabres, 2 for the Bolts, with just under 10 minutes left to go in period number 3. Well, don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more coming up after this break. You're watching the Nightly News right here on WTOP-10.
If it's hockey, it's on Hockey Talk.
The hockey gods will bless me again with another victory.
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Rangers are going to beat them simply because vibes.
Vibes. You are winning this on vibes?
That's a solid argument.
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, only on WTOP.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. A new record in the world of sculpture art is about to be achieved, and it's probably not one you would expect.
The world's largest metal dragon is due to be finished shortly by metal artist Kevin Stone.
The dragon, named Goldspar, is a 26 feet tall and 70 feet wide with a weight of around 17,000 pounds and is being made in Las Vegas to be transported to a Wisconsin result.
The entirely hand-fabricated dragon has taken just over a year and a half for Stone and his team to complete. That's a neat dragon, isn't it?
That is. That's pretty cool.
It's very large.
It reminds me actually of a dragon that the Lego company made for one of their stores many, many years ago. I think it's for their one down in Florida, but nonetheless.
But this one's metal.
Yeah, this one is.
It's pretty metal, I'd say.
Well,
So-
if you guys got any plans this weekend, it's going to be pretty nice. We got temperatures of the 60s to end off the week. We got the snow tomorrow, but I promise it's going to go away. That should be it.
We are in the false third winter here. This is just central New York in April.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
No final sports?
So right now the score is 23-23 in the national championship for the men's basketball with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, that's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Be Kind and Rewind.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everybody.